All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. Yeah, the Pixel 8a is still a relevant device. However, what will they do with the Pixel 9? So I pulled up my laptop here and I said, man, the Pixel 8a started at the same price as the 7a, but the 7a took a big price jump. It got a big hit in price. And what will be the 9a? So the dimensions on the 7A to the 6A were pretty much the same. They just squared it off for the 7A and they rounded it off for this 8A. But with that said, the 9A, if in fact they do make one, and I hope they do, to give some light to the A lineup and just keep it going, the 9A should have the dimensions of the 9. So the 9 actually, with the bigger display than this device here, is in a little bit of a smaller body. So this body, thinner, not as wide, with the same height, and they're able to fit in, because you can see the bezels on here. This is a 6.1 inch display, but you know the bezels, you can get that 0.2 in there. So they just stretched out the display for the 9. So it basically has thinner bezels, if any, and then it gets the same size here. So this is my 8A. I will be holding on to the 8A. I've gotten rid of all my Pixels except for 3, believe it or not. I have an 8 Pro in Minty Fresh that I'm actually recording this video with. And then I have this beautiful green Minty Fresh 8A. And then I have my Pixel Fold. So with that said, I hope that they do bring a 9 out, a 9A, because the question will be like, where will it start at? You think they'll raise the price at $599, or you want to keep a distance between the pricing of the devices. You have to. So if I look at the price of the Pixel 8, which I bought a while back, it was $699. So considering that that's the distance in between, a $200 distance in between, I think that if Google does bring a 9A, it's going to be $599, because you're getting a new design, possibly new cameras, and it's going to have the Tensor chip. So it would be strange, or I will be shocked, I'll say, if in fact they did bring a 9A out and then kept the price at $499. I'd be shocked, because that device would shut down the 9 in some aspects, because the 8 to the 8A, those devices are pretty much the same. It's strange that they did it this way, but they gave the 8A a 64 megapixel rear shooter and a 50 megapixel shooter on the 8. It's weird how they did it. They gave a 13 megapixel ultra wide, but it doesn't have autofocus like the 8, but still, that's a good device. This device right here packs a lot of punch. It can do 4K at 30 frames per second and 60 frames per second. It has the 5x zoom, not the 7x digital zoom, but still, it was good enough to where, why did they bring it out, so to speak? Because it's actually a little bit better in some respects to the 8. But the 9A, if in fact they do it, I think it's going to be $599. I think it's going to be $599. I'm looking over the comparison between the 8A and the 8, and I've already done this comparison video already on the channel, but I'm just kind of looking at the specs now, and I think that they're going to definitely bring out the 9A. If they do it, I think they should bring out the 9A, and I think they're going to raise the price to $599 just to keep it within that $200 window, because when you think about it, the 9 got a $100 price increase. The 8 was $699, but you could always find it for $499, and then this device came out at $499. So that's why a lot of people said, oh, just get the 8, when, you know, they were the same devices. And so at some point you can get this device for under $499. You can get it for $299 sometimes. So I think that they're going to definitely bring out the 9A at $599. If they don't do that, I will be shocked, and this video will not age well. But to keep that $200 distance there, you know, and even with that, the 9A will be the better purchase more than likely, because they're only going to take away a few things to make it the A lineup, which is just so strange. Just either don't bring out the A line or don't bring out the 9, something, because you're bringing out the same device and you're cutting the price, and then the A lineup is going to be just such a good value to a lot of people. This is a performer, folks. This thing is great. This is a speedy device. It's very fast, and it does everything that my 8 did. And the cameras were just as good, same quality, everything's there. Good stuff. The voice and everything. I'm not using an external mic for this video because on Pixels, they have the voice enhancement. So do you really need an external mic when you're vlogging with these cameras? Probably not. And so the 8A here, when it dropped, it was in question by a lot of people. A lot of people questioned it, and they were like, why does this device exist? And I thought to myself, oh, it exists because, Google wants to have the say that, okay, I have an A lineup device to save people money. When in reality, folks, I think the Pixel 8A was the one that a lot of people probably should have grabbed instead of the 8. Yes, it has the difference in the screen. It has the little bit bigger bezels. It's 6.1-inch display technically, and a 6.2 on the 8 that I bought. But there's still the Actua displays, and the same Actua display is on the 9. That's what's so crazy about it. So if you just really wanted to save money and you don't want to spend any money on the current generation Pixels, the 8A, you probably could get this for a very good price somewhere online. Now, I think Google still sells it for the $499 at the moment, but there probably is going to be a 9A, and it's going to have the new design, and it's going to probably cost $599. What do you guys think? Will Google bring a 9A at $599? I think they will. I'll catch you in the comment section. Take care.